The Psychotic Time Wasters present Whose League Is It Anyways? This season starring... He's thinking of a number between 1 and 10. Guess right, we die first. It's PTW Wiz as Cyclonus. Can she keep the humans? Pretty please, Optimus. She'll take good care of it. It's PTW Dust as Goldbug. Motorcycle that transforms? Okay. It's PTW Bo as Claymore. Hank beats Ghost. Hank beats Hunter. Hank beats everything. It's Final as Megatron. He's seen what you've done with RC Internet, and he's very disappointed in you. It's Aestus as RC. No need to panic at his disco. It's King Craig as Ratchet. Prepare to feel the sting of the mighty monarch! It's PTW King as Starscream. He's a loose cannon bot who doesn't play by the rules. It's PTW G-Man as Slicer.
Hello, Internet, and welcome back to Whose League Is It Anyways? The best Commander League game show on the Internet, where everything's made up in the points. That's all that matters. In today's match, we have PTW Wizards, PTW G-Man, Aestus Attorney, and PTW Vo Mega. How is everyone?
Doing really good, Starscream.
Excellent!
Yeah, vaguely concerned that Starscream is not the host of our program.
Don't worry about
trying to
working
finish
this
my
one.
coffee.
He'll be okay. Well, if you're new around here, this is a game show of Magic the Gathering, and none of the rules matter, so Vo, tell us about the points.
We got a four-way split. First place, 30 points. Craig, Daff, Vo, and Wiz. We got G-Man a fifth with 28.5. Aestus, sixth with 25. Vinyl, seventh with 22.5. Coming up the rear, it's Kink with 22.
I'm very disappointed that while the points were being gone over, nobody tried to attack anyone. Sneak attacks are the way to go, gentlemen. Well, it looks like they have their starting hands. Is everybody ready to proceed?
I'm ready to be a weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get rolling.
I like weapons. Wizards, you have the play.
I will proceed to draw. Good luck. Have fun. I'll play a swamp and pass.
Draw. Mountain. Pass.
Draw. Let's do Mountain. Pay one for Sparring Construct. He's one
Good God,
when he
first
dies.
blood.
I get to put a +1/+1 counter on a creature I control. I'll pass.
Oh no!
Alright, draw a
Alright.
card.
The dreaded 1/1.
I'll put down a Thriving Bluff. Claim the other color to be white and pass turn.
Draw. Play an island. We're gonna tap 2 for a Demir Signet and pass.
Draw. Mountain. Pay 2 for Iron Myrrh and pass.
Untap draw. Swamp. We'll move to combat. We'll go Bonk Wiz for 1.
I told you. Game
First
over.
blood. Main 2, I'll pay 2 to cast Flame War for more than meets the eye, and I'll pass.
Untap, draw. I'll play a Plains. And then we'll tap 2. To play Gossamer Chains and pass turn.
Oh lord.
Oh, Lord!
Staphios, is that you? I'll go to my turn on tap.
Don't you put that slander on me.
I will play an island and I will tap 4 for Cyclonus. I'll pass.
Untap. Draw.
Turns out one blocker, just not enough.
Mountain. Pay 4 for Dora's Familiar. And pass.
Gonna untap draw.
Start.
Let's go 2 at G-Man. It's got Menace and Death Touch.
Fuck you. I'm taking 2.
That's right. I get 2 intel. We flip. We go to main 2. Play a mountain. And I'll pay 3 for Clockwork Fox. It's a 3/2. When he dies, each opponent draws a card, and I draw 2 cards. I'll pass.
I play a Casual Cliff. I will go ahead and tap 2 to get a acrobatic coupon onto the board. And that will pass turn.
Untap. And draw. I'll play a swamp. And tap 3 for Fire Shrieker. And I'm going to tap 2 to equip it. I'm going to go to combat and swing 2 in the air at Guitar Man.
I have a flyer.
Block it, please. For the love of God.
Oh, but it makes my historic spells cost 1 less. I'm going to block it.
Either that or Gossamer Chains, so.
Yeah, I'm going to block it.
Okay. I will pass my turn.
Untap, draw,
I wouldn't have flipped this turn.
mountain, pay 5 for Slicer.
Very
Wow.
cool.
I'm going to swing Slicer at Wiz for making me get rid of my familiar.
I don't know if he made you, but
All right. I guess I'll die to Slicer by the time it's my turn.
that's a pretty scary prospect. But also 100% could happen.
And then I will pass Farron.
I'm so
Okay.
sorry I decided to die.
Untap.
Bo, you get Slicer.
Okay. We could actually kill Wiz, but I feel like that's a bit degenerate.
Yeah, that's a little mean.
Wouldn't
We'll
be
go
the
for-
first time you pub stomped me this season.
Let's pay 1 and sack the construct. Trigger, it'll put a counter on Flame War, and then Flame War will convert and get a counter. Then we will go to combat. We'll send Flame War at G-Man, and we'll send Slicer at... We'll send it at Wizard, though. We'll have him living on the edge. You know? So that's 4. Intel. Flame War will flip. Pay 1 and sack the Fox.
This is like the worst turn order possible.
Each opponent draws 1 card, and I draw 2 cards from the Fox die.
Hooray!
I
How
draw
much
1.
did I take?
You took 4, so you should be at 6 commander total.
We draw 1 card.
Yeah, everybody draw 1 card. And then I'll play a Terramorphic Expanse. I'll crack it for a mountain. And I'll pass the turn.
Alright. Untap. Draw a card.
You get Slicer.
Play mountain for turn. I'll tap 2 red. To put an Arcbound Slith on the board. And I'll tap 1 to put down a Skull Clamp on the board. And that's all the interesting. Oh, I got attacked with this flame, the fucking Slicer.
Slicer, yeah.
I feel like I would give Wizard a break.
That's fair.
I don't want to just jump on the hate train and just.
You could always gossamer the slicer
That's probably
back to
better when it's
him
like attacking him. You know what I'm saying?
on his turn, and then it won't go around the table all the time. I don't know.
It could, but I have to use my discretion. So this is protecting me, not the rest of y'all. So, Mr. Velmiga, I will swing this slicer at you.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
That being said and done, I will pass my turn.
Untap.
You get a slicer.
I get a
Everybody just
slicer.
gang up on him. He's not the red deck. He's not the red deck. Get him.
I'll play a swamp. I'll tap 2 for lightning greaves. I'm gonna put that on Cyclonus. And I will swing Slicer at Aestus and Cyclonus at Guitar Man.
How big is Cyclonus?
Cyclonus is a 2/5 with double strike in the air.
I'll take 4.
You might take 5 because I will connive on damage. So I will draw.
Might take.
I will discard deep analysis, and you do take 5, in fact.
Nice.
I'll tap a Thriving Bluff for white. I'll use that to play and emerge unscathed. I will give RC protection from red. She will get a +1/+1 counter and flip. And I'll take what? Nothing.
6.
Nothing, because he's going to block with the pro red RC.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I will connive and then deal double strike damage and then connive. And I will discard Graveyard Shift. And I'll pass.
All right. Untap.
I like that.
Draw. Mountain. Pay 1 for Explorer Scope. Pay 1 to equip it to Slicer. Pay 2 for Errantry on Slicer.
In response to that, I'm going to cast Rewind.
In response, no.
Absolutely not, actually.
How about all the way? Hell fuck no.
And then I will untap 4 lands.
Pay 1 for Village Messenger. And then I'll go to combat and swing Slicer at Vo.
Okie dokie.
And I will pay 1. Look at top card of the library of land. You may put it into the battlefield, not a land. Alright. And then I will pass turn. Foes. You get Slicer.
Swamp. Let's pay 3 and cast Hand to Hand.
What'd that do?
Instants and abilities requiring activated cost cannot be played during combat.
Oh.
No Gossamer Chains, no Fogs, no Aetherizes, nothing.
Yep.
So, how do you feel about that deal?
Yes, Simon, I agree. We should not attack each other. And with that being said, I am going to move to combat. Yeah, we'll go Flame War at G-Man, and we'll go Slicer at Aces.
Alright, so it's 3 damage.
How do I feel about that?
I'll take the 6 this time. That's what I'll do.
I'm going to block with Iron Myrrh and Village Messenger.
Now, just to clarify, Bo, hand-to-hand is everyone's combat phase, not just yours,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Nobody can do anything in combat anymore.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I have it in Slicer also. It's gross.
Shadow Flamewar will kill both the blockers. Aces took the damage. Main 2. I'm gonna pay 2 and cast Marching Duo Drone.
Yay!
Yay!
Oh, well, it doesn't matter. It's not a land on top of my deck. I revealed it. My turn.
And then I will pass the turn.
You get a slicer.
All right. I got some decisions to make. This comes back to my hand. So I will untap, go to the upkeep phase. Actually, that's even better. I use my Emerge Unscathed to give. But that's not a color. He'll get blocked regardless. Screw it. I'm going to use Emerge Unscathed to give Slicer protection from red. Draw a card. Move that 2 to play a Ring of Thune. Now tap 1 white to attach Skull Clamp to Arcbound Slith, which will die. When it dies, it moves a +1/+1 counter over to RC, and I draw 2 cards. Tap that for my last mana to equip RC with Ring of Thune, which at this point effectively just gives it vigilance. I'm going to go to combat. Well, you got that thing that makes things not work the way that I need to. So I'm going to swing this here Slicer and this here RC at you.
Ouch. He's just taking it.
All right, that all being said and done, I've got nothing for main phase 2, so I will pass turn.
Wiz, you get a slicer.
Untap, get a slicer, and draw. I'll play an island and proceed to combat. We're going to do Cyclonus at Guitar Man and Slicer at Aestus. Okay, so you're going to take another 6 from Slicer, and you are going to, Guitar Man, you're going to take 4 because I am going to draw and discard Pathraiser of Ulamog. And then I'm going to flip, and then I'm going to hit you again for 8.
All right, so I took 8 in total.
You took 5, and then you took another 4. So that's 9, and then you took 8, so you should be at 17 commander damage. And I will get another beginning phase. I will untap, keep, and draw.
No.
And with that, I'm going to pass with all my mana up.
Untap. Draw. Pay 1 for Naginta. Oh, Naginta. Pay 2. Equip it to Slicer.
In response, I'm going to power word kill Slicer.
I felt like something was coming with that.
One more hit, and I'm dead.
Die,
Slicer
die,
dead.
die.
So I need a turn without him, please.
Play Mountain for turn. Tap 3 for Brass Squire. And pass the turn.
The threat will still be back next turn.
All right. Good on tap draw.
If I live.
Yeah, it's true. Everybody's got really low life totals. That was quick.
Yes.
This game has gone astonishingly fast.
Hand to hand and Slicer is pretty crazy.
Die.
Wiz, have you only taken 6 commander damage from me?
He's a
Taken
12.
12.
I'll play Vault of Whispers.
Gobble them up.
I do love slurping up points. We are gonna move to combat. Is there any response to moving to combat?
There's no response to moving to combat.
Okay. Then we are going to swing both my guys at the G-Man.
It's gonna make a treasure for everyone, right?
Everybody gets a treasure.
A treasure.
I'm dead. I can't
You
block.
cannot
can I?
block Flame War.
Slurping up those points.
You gotta get them while the getting's good. Flame War converts. We go to main 2. Also, I was supposed to get 5 more intel. Here, let's grab that.
Just out of curiosity, Guitar Man, who are you gonna swing at?
I hadn't decided, but
I kept the
whoever it
duo drone as
was
the blocker, so
gonna get built to smash. So
I'm gonna.
it was probably gonna be Vo. He's been
Mm.
costing me a lot of trouble.
Do you
I
have
shouldn't
any?
have killed it.
Do you have anything to kill Cyclonus, Aestus?
It has Shroud.
That's not what I asked. Do you have anything to kill Cyclonus, Aestus?
Well, I had a perfectly logical way of dealing with Cyclonus, but your enchantment makes my Gossip Restraints completely fucking useless. So I got
No,
nothing.
his boots make it useless.
Well, that too.
The hand-to-hand makes me safe.
So we're just gonna get murdered by Cyclonus.
I don't have anything yet, but we'll see what
and
happens.
it's 6 and 9, 15. I mean, it's not a one shot at least. Pay 1 and discard my hand to get the intel. Pay 1 for Blood Fountain, which makes a blood, and I pay 1 for Arcbound Worker, who is modular 1. And then I'll go ahead and use my treasure. Sack the Arcbound Worker. We move a counter on a Flame War, and then convert Flame War, and get a +1 counter. I will discard 1 card, and I'll pass.
Alright, draw a card. That doesn't help as much as I would like. You gotta make some shit happen here. During the upkeep. Alright, so he gets a +1/+1 counter. What are Cyclonus' stats?
It is a 5/8 flying double striker with Shroud. As the first card I drew this game.
I'll use that to take off a +1/+1 counter on RC to do a point of damage to Cyclonus.
It has Shroud.
Yeah, you can't target it at all.
Well then, I'll use this point of damage to Flame War then.
Alright. Or something, Howling Golem.
Because Flame War is not a creature.
So long as it goes somewhere, I don't care. The part that matters is that it flips. I will then pay 2. Go ahead and play a Psychotic Fury, giving RC double strike and drawing a card.
Oh
You
lord.
will convert and flip over and get a +1/+1 counter. I managed to draw planes, which is great. I will then use 3. Not 3, I only need 2. To play a Grateful Apparition.
That is flying.
That does not fly.
Where's my slicer?
Gone with the wind.
I will send my 5/5 double strike at Wizard.
Are you sure you want to do that?
What is the status of your dude?
I have a 5/8 double strike, so on first strike damage, you will die.
Come on over. Come on.
I thought it was 4, not 5.
I mean, I'll snap block. because spells can't be cast during combat.
Nothing can happen. Yeah. There's no tricks.
Even if I had done that the other way around, I need that 8 is deeply inconvenient. Scheiße. I got nothing more productive to do, so pass turn.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep. Draw.
Thing.
It's more poop. I'm gonna go to combat and swing Cyclonus at Vo.
Blech. You got it.
On damage, it'll deal 5 damage, and I will connive. I'll draw and discard Talisman of Dominance,
That's not poop. That's great.
and then I will hit you for 9.
Woo! We're living on the edge.
And I will go to the next phase and untap, upkeep, draw. I have not played a land yet this turn, so I'll play an island. And then I will tap 7 for a Bane of Balaged. And then I'll tap the treasure and my Dimir Signet to cast a Lore Broker. Pass my turn to vote.
Whee! I'm alive. Untap draw.
There's an argument to be made that I need you to live, because that hand-to-hand is doing me a lot of favors against her.
I'm gonna pay for and discard Explosion of Riches to cast Pirate's Pillage. Pay 2 and cast Unexpected Fangs on Flame War to give it a +1
Okay.
counter and a lifelink counter. We're gonna pay 3 using our treasure to cast Lunar Frenzy for X2 on Flame War, giving it first strike and trample and +2/+0.
That's a good card.
It's pretty cool.
Those are keywords you didn't have yet.
I am going to go to combat.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna swing Flame War over at Wiz, and we'll send the maybe the Duodrone just needs to block. I think so. Flame War it was.
Take 7.
It is a 10-7.
I'll take 10 then.
I'll gain 10 and get 10 intel. And I will pass the turn.
All right. During the upkeep, I see we'll get another +1/+1 counter. Draw a card. Play Plains for turn. Yeah, I will. I'll just pay the 3 to play Shoulder to Shoulder, targeting RC and Graceful Apparition. They will both get a +1/+1 counter, and I will draw a card. I will tap 2 to play Fists of Flame, which draws a card, so that brings the total up to 3, and then you will get +3/+0 until end of turn. So RC is a 10-7. And I will swing my 10-7 RC at Wizards.
Does it have trample?
It does not.
I will block with Lore Broker. No card draw for anyone.
What the hell is that? I thought that was an enchantment.
It says each player draws a card, then discards a card.
It's just a 1/2.
When I tap it, it's a 1/2.
Who did you use Fists of Flame on? Because that gives it trample.
It
Oh,
does
it
have
does have
trample.
trample. I forgot about
well,
that part.
that's different.
That's relevant.
Sorry. Sorry.
How much
I
damage?
still caught up in the number. It's a 10-7.
I'll take 10.
Ooh, we taking it on the chin like a big boy. Ooh, Lord.
Interesting. Just on this whole scorched
He can't
earth
afford
thing.
to lose anything.
Yeah, I don't have shit going on, and I'm getting attacked by fucking everybody.
I
You don't have
fucking
shit
wonder
going
why,
on, just
Mister.
a
I take
fucking
as many
10
turns
power
as I
double
want.
strike flying commander. I have nothing going on though.
If these things die, I've got a handful of lands.
Good.
If they died easily, you wouldn't be a threat.
Well, that's why I'm taking 20 damage in a turn cycle, okay?
Yeah, see, everything makes sense. So stop bitching. I don't have anything else, especially productive to do. I don't think. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass turn.
Untap and draw. I will tap the lore broker, even though you don't deserve it. And I will
Thank
discard a swamp.
you.
I will then play a swamp.
I will
Discarding the ball.
discard a Befriending the Moths.
I'm going to tap 4 and cast Fact or Fiction.
Ooh.
I'm going to reveal the top 5 and have Aestus decide what piles they should be in. Aestus, you're looking at an arcane signet, an island, a swamp, otherworldly gaze, and a sky diamond.
That's a quality vibe.
Capable hand right here.
Keepable hand. 4 mana
Alright,
and 1
so-
card that lets you get another card.
No, it
Alright,
just lets you
so-
decide to put them in your graveyard or not.
Oh. Perfect.
Alright, I'll take all the land and put them in one, and then the draw and put it in the other.
I think he's putting the draw by itself.
It's not even a draw.
It's not even a draw.
Look at top 3 and put any of them in your graveyard if you want.
Wait,
It's
what does
card
that do?
selection.
Look at the top
Oh.
3 cards of your library, put any of them into your graveyard and the rest back on top in any order.
Okay.
And it's still good because he's going to
I'm going to connive.
get 1 draw, 2 draws, yeah. So looking at the top, still pretty decent.
Yeah, that still works out to more or less the same thing. It's a draw card or more mana production. You've got plenty of fucking mana production. So, yeah, I can live with that.
Okay, this will all go in my graveyard.
You sure don't want all that mana?
I'm going to tap 3 and cast Otherworldly Gaze. 1, 2, 3. I'll put all of these lands in my graveyard.
Lizzie, you having fun?
I'm going to tap 2 and cast Otherworldly Gaze for its flashback cost.
I mean, I think you're gonna win though, because we just can't deal with Cyclonus.
Put 2 lands in my graveyard. And then I will go to combat, and I will swing Bane of Balaget at Aestus and Cyclonus at Vo.
I have to get rid of 2 permanents. I can get rid of these
Exile.
lands. I really don't want to get rid of this Gossamer Strands, but
It's not doing anything.
whenever it attacks, I have to exile 2 permanents. So, like, I have to pick 2 permanents to exile. Oh, you mean that? Well, yeah, it would have been useful. I got it. Like, oh, this is a great card. And then that one fucking... I thought red decks mattered, Vo. Yeah, I'll exile those. And then I'll block the Balaged with RC.
Okay. Cyclonus will deal first strike damage to Vo, and I will connive. I will draw. And I will discard Swiftfoot Boots. Get a counter.
Man, if I
What?
had 1 more commander damage, you wouldn't get the double hit and would untap.
And then I will get the double hit.
Yep,
And
so
Bane
kill
of
you.
Balaged is absolutely dead.
Bane of Balaget is dead. And I will untap, upkeep, draw. I will cast a Dakra Mystic. And I will tap Lore Broker and Aestus. You will draw and discard. I will discard an island.
I will draw and discard a As much as I would love to have this Arcbound Fiend, it's just not going to do anything for me this game. I don't have enough land.
And then I will pass to you.
Get him, Ace. Just fuck him up.
All right, draw a
Fuck him
card.
up.
It's deeply inconvenient because now Vo is dead, which means I didn't have to get rid of the fucking thing. If I'd done the math properly, I would have worked that out, actually. But that's fine. I'll get by.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything.
Chain's
I'm not
still
gonna
worried about
argue with you getting rid of
that
it.
shroud, so.
No. That, like, even if I don't have that one minor convenience, my fucking combat tricks work again, so I'll take that.
Right.
Mm-hmm. They sure do. No trample, right?
Not yet. But who knows what the winds may bring. You're going to get a +1/+1 counter from the Ring of Thune. I'm going to tap this here, red, to play a crash through to give creatures I control trample and draw a card.
Whee!
And then I will swing my 8/8 first strike trample at Wizard.
I will block with Cyclonus.
All right.
Cyclonus is a 7/10 double striker.
Oh, he's a 7/10.
Yeah, he gets bigger every turn.
All right. I can't target that. And I need you to not die.
Nope. Thanks for noticing.
So I was going to use this for something else, but I guess I'll have to use it now. I will tap a plains and a mountain. Actually, I'm not. How does that? I guess I'm about to find out because I'm shaky on how this actually resolves. But let's see. I'm going to play a shelter on RC, giving it protection from black.
Oh man.
And draw a card.
What you forgot, though, is that Aestus is also a white deck.
Yeah, no, it's just if he played that pre-combat, gave it pro blue, Simon couldn't even block. That's all.
Oh, you're fucking right. Damn it.
Unless Simon has a response to that.
Already declared blockers.
Yeah, it's all good.
I have no response.
But in my mind, Ace is one.
I had lethal and fucking missed it. That's devastating. No, I missed it. I was too caught up in trying to figure out how to kill the thing. And I completely forgot that I could win.
Well, is that going to trample over damage anyway?
Well, yeah, it's trample. It's got trample regardless.
So if it has protection, can I not block damage from it anymore?
If it's already declared as a blocker, it will block the damage.
Okay.
It just won't take any damage back.
Gotcha.
You know, we can resolve it however you want. This is the deciding moment of the game.
Well, no, so... to be absolutely fair, I was so caught up in minutia that I overlooked that. So, like, to just be able to go back, it's like, well, that's how it's supposed to work, so I win. I was like, that's kind of a douchebag move.
It's a learning experience, everybody.
So, realistically speaking, it probably works out to everything just bounces off of everything else. And
actually, though...
How big is RC right now?
RC is a 9.
Okay, so yeah, we'll bounce. Is there anything of flashback? I need access.
The shroud is too much. I should have just been mean to you and killed your commander on turn 3.
Yeah, probably.
It won't happen again. Tell you that much.
Turns out the way to win is to be mean. Aces, do you have anything to do on your second main?
I do, actually. I'm going to tap 2. I'm going to enchant RC with all the glitters.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Baby! That's a big one.
I had more artifacts before, but I still got 1, 2, and then a Ring of Thune. So that's +3/+3 so far.
It counts.
Oh, it counts
also.
itself. So yeah, it's got that too. So it's got +4/+4.
Hot dog.
And I'll go ahead and pass turn.
Untap and draw. I will tap an island and tap the Doctor Mystic, and we will both look at the top card of our library. I got an island. What do you got?
I got an Arm the Cathars.
Let's put those in our graveyard.
Damn.
Okay, how about a Lore Breaker? Let's both draw and then discard. I'm going to
Alright, I will
discard
draw.
an island.
You're crushing it.
I
You're getting right through those
I
lands.
will discard a. I'm not going to get any use out of this Throne of Geth at this stage, so I'll discard that.
Then I'm going to tap 3 and cast Thirst for Knowledge. I'm going to draw 3 cards.
Ooh,
And then
trying.
discard
looking-
2 unless I discard an artifact. I'll discard an island and Breaker of Armies. How big is RC right now?
12.
I'm going to pass my turn.
You're going to pass your turn. You got a lot of stuff untapped, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm going to draw me a card, because that doesn't care about whether anything is tapped or not. I'll play this here, Plains for turn. Tap a Plains. And we're going to cast Ephemerate on the Grateful Apparition. It will bounce out of it'll bounce to the battlefield. Yeah, it's back down to a 1/1. Got 4, 5, 6 left. I have not played. No, I played Plains for turn, didn't I? Yes. You don't have any other blockers unless some bullshit happens. We're in high stakes gambling mode right now. We're in ultra high stakes gambling mode right now. I'm gonna tap this here Thunder Bluff, Thriving Bluff. I'm going to Skull Clamp Grateful Apparition and draw 2 cards. Well, you got. Oh, do I want to do that? Because you might have an answer. Given all that you've drawn, you probably have an answer, but I'm going to laugh if this works.
It's now or never, baby.
I'm going to laugh if this works. I'm going to tap this Castle Cliff, a Plains, and a Mountain, and I'm going to topple the statue Cyclonus?
It's got Shroud.
It's got Shroud.
No, I can't do that. Okay, that's not
You
a
can
valid
get
target.
rid of the thing giving it Shroud, though.
I can't, actually. I need to get rid of them boots. I need to get rid of them boots. Them boots go away.
In response, I'm going to tap 2 and play Keep Safe. And I will counter a spell that targets a permanent I control, and I will draw a card.
Hmm. Well, I figured he had an answer, but I had to try.
What's its power and toughness right now?
Right now, it is actually, it's gone
12.
down
A
a
12-12?
little bit. It went, well,
Oh, it's a
it got
13. It got
+1
a
for the Ring of
+1 counter,
Thune.
yeah.
1, 2, 3. So that's +3. Okay, it's a 13. I will then tap 2 to play a Show of Confidence.
What does that do?
When you cast a spell, a copy for each other instant and or sorcery spell that you cast this turn. You may choose new targets for each copy. It's put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. It gains vigilance until end of turn.
So when you cast it, you get copies. Okay.
Yeah. I think I only managed to successfully cast 2.
Yeah.
So it's going to get 2 more +1/+1 counters.
3 because the original, it's got 2 copies, so you get.
That's
there's
true.
3 of them, yeah.
So now you have 10 +1/+1 counters, plus 2 more, plus 3. So now it's a 15/15.
Yep.
I will swing my 15/15 first strike Vigilance RC at Wizard.
We'll declare Cyclonus as a blocker.
Coward.
Yeah.
And it will die.
That's a big
And
old robot.
That's all the
God.
trickery I got for this turn. I find myself deeply annoyed that I could have ended this 3 turns ago.
You couldn't have. I had something in my hand.
Oh, well, I guess that's vaguely reassuring.
Boo.
It would have worked if it worked.
Nope.
So I will pass turn.
Untap. Yeah, I didn't want you to sweat it too much because the sequencing didn't matter all that much. I'm
That's
gonna
fair.
play a swamp.
Well, you are blue
1,
deck.
2,
There's
3, 4,
counters
5,
and shit
6,
in
7,
there.
8, 9.
I'm pretty sure that you would have not just volunteered to die. What?
Tap 1 for the Doctor Mystic. Reveal the top. I got a swamp.
I
So
got a brilliant halo.
put it in your graveyard.
That figures.
That's not a land. Put it in the trash.
Lore Broker. Draw and discard. I'll do a
Draw
land.
card. I will discard.
Richard, are you okay?
I'm a little frustrated right now.
Is your deck like 90 islands and cyclones? Like, what's happening?
Tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for my commander on its more than meets the eye cost and give it Lightning Greaves.
All right.
And I'm gonna go to combat and swing it at you for 5 in the air.
I cannot stop it. I don't have a flying thing.
On damage, I will convert it, and I will untap, upkeep, and draw. I'll tap 2 for a Bone Collar Cleric, and I'll tap 2 for a Merfolk Looter. I will put the Lightning Greaves on the Merfolk Looter and tap it and draw a card, and discard a Bayin Veil. 2 to put the Fire Shrieker on Cyclonus, and then I will put the Lightning Greaves back on Cyclonus. And I will pass my turn.
Interesting. Draw. All right. Play a mountain for turn. I got that 2. Well, a mountain and a plains. Let's do that. To play an energy chamber. I'll then tap 3 to play trash for treasure. Sacrificing energy chamber.
Look at you go. Is that sacrifice part of the cost?
Yes.
And then what do you get from the spell?
I will get, unless there's something more specifically useful, let me double check just to be sure.
No, I just mean, like, what does the spell do?
It brings back
return
an artifact.
an artifact from the graveyard to the battlefield.
Oh, I'm going to lofty denial that.
He's gonna counter it.
You can pay 4 if you want to counter my counter spell.
I could pay
Jesus.
4.
How many counter spells do you have in there? Sorry.
A couple.
How much trade-off do I get? I would have no mana left, and I'd draw, but it wouldn't mean anything.
Maybe this deck needs Onagi Nada.
Oh, it's irrelevant because I only got 3 to pay in the first place, so fuck it.
So it's counter.
I've got in my hand that can change the situation. I can't get the draw that I was going to get.
I mean, and your commander's still bigger than his.
Yeah, but he's got more stuff to block it, and it doesn't have trample. He can jump block it, but I can't block his because it flies.
For shame.
It's not over yet, boys.
Yeah, Vo might have something.
Yeah, I got something. Watch out.
All right, well, I suppose we may as well follow this out to its logical conclusion. Just for the hell of it, I will tap 3 and play this here Gutter Snipe.
Oh, yeah.
I will make a perfunctory gesture of swinging with my 14/14 RC.
I will choose to block with Lore Broker, and I'm just going to cross my fingers.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I got.
All right, Lore Broker will die. Anything on your second main?
Nope.
All right, I will go to my turn. Untap and draw. Play a swamp. tap the Merfolk leader. I will draw and discard rebuild because I don't want that. I will tap 1 and tap Doctor Mystic. Reveal the top. I got a Leaden Mirror. What'd you get?
I got a planes.
Draw it.
Hooray!
Help a player points. I'm
I
gonna
don't
tap.
know.
Yeah, I'm gonna tap 2, and I'm gonna cast Gust of Wind on your commander, and I'm gonna return it to your hand.
That's just rude.
It's only gonna get more rude from here on out.
I mean, realistically speaking, do you have lethal at this point? Because I can't
No,
block you.
I don't, but I'm gonna try and do as much damage to you as I can so that I can beat you next turn. That's my hope.
All right, well, it comes back to the hand.
And I will draw a card. I'm then gonna tap 4 to sacrifice Bonecaller Cleric and revive a Pathrazor of Ulamog.
Oh my god, he has something in there that wasn't an island.
And I'm gonna move Lightning Greaves over to Pathrazor of Ulamog and proceed to combat.
Okay.
I'm gonna swing at you for Cyclonus in the air with Double Strike and Pathrazor of Ulamog with Annihilator 3 and can't be blocked except by 3 or more creatures.
Okay.
So that's gonna be 11, and I'm gonna connive and discard Leaden Mirror. So plus another 3. So 14 damage.
All right.
I'm gonna connive again. Mind Stone in the graveyard. And did you sacrifice 3 permanents?
I sacrificed 3 lands.
Okay. I'm gonna pass my turn.
Going through motions at this point, but may as well go through them. Play planes. If this does work out, though, it would make me laugh. If I could somehow bullshit out. Let's see.
You winning is not out of the question.
Let's see if I can make this work.
4 spells. Oof, it's a lot with 6 land.
Not if they make Gutter Snipe bigger.
Oh yeah, you get combat damage in too. So 2 spells with a Skull Clamped Gutter Snipe attack.
Like
Pretty hot.
it's possible. Let's see if we can let's see if we can do the dream. I'm gonna put you over here.
I did a big swingy turn.
I'm gonna tap Casual Cliffs for red. I'm gonna play Warlord's Fury, which does 2 damage to wizards, and I draw a card.
Pretty hot.
And that's where the usefulness ends. Like there was a part of me is like maybe I could chain out enough stuff. No, the chain ended.
That was pretty good though.
I act in defiance at this point. I'll tap 2 to play this RC on the board. I'll tap 3 to play an Arcbound Shikari. I shall put a +1/+1 counter on RC. I will then move over to combat. And I will swing Gutter Snipe for 2.
Taking 2.
I suppose that all said and done, I accept the inevitability of the end.
I will untap, upkeep, and draw. Tap 5 for Bond of Revival. I will revive Breaker of Armies with haste and go to combat and swing at you.
I don't declare blockers, and that'll be it.
You have to, but yeah, I still win.
I have to.
The creature is able to
It
block
has
it.
to
So.
block it. Yeah.
So you're not content with just winning. You got to destroy something on my board too. You can't
We're gonna
just
flip my
accept that you
commander
win.
again by
No, 'cause he's
conniving at
gonna
discarding result.
die.
Fucking Decepticon douchebag.
Yeah.
I am an evil airplane.
You win, dude. It's good. It's good.
How many converts do the people got?
I have 8.
I only managed 3.
I also have 8.
Slicer did not convert at all that game.
Let's go to the voting, starting with Splashy's play.
Where does
I
this
thought
tournament
that-
take place?
I know you said you didn't play it the way you wanted to, but I think Shelter was a very splashy play for me. I was really expecting to trade there.
Oh, well, thank you.
And then I will give either that or the Show of Confidence because I had a counter spell and I couldn't deal with that. I didn't want you to have vigilance, but you're like, no, vigilance. One of those two. And then I'm gonna give 1 point to the Lunar Frenzy turn. That was nutty. That's way too many. Those are like all the bad keywords. Menace, Death Touch, First Strike, Trample. You
Yeah,
can't
you ain't
block.
blocking that.
I'll give my 2 to Vo for the Lunar, and because that was gross. I'll give the 1 to Astus for what could have been. He had, well, Wizard said he had some answer, but who knows if that was true.
He is a Decepticon. Who knows?
I had lands all game and then I discarded all of them to draw things.
I'm gonna give 2 to the fact that we could have killed Wizard on turn 3 and we chose not to. So
I
That's
thought
fair.
about that.
turn 3 or 4, like, because I could have put a +1 counter on Slicer and hit you for 8 and passed Aces, and he could hit you for 8.
That would have gave me negative points, though.
Oh man,
That is a fascinating
just the
idea.
fact that we could have commander damaged him out on turn 3 was
The splashy play that never won.
yeah.
But yeah, you could use Slicer to give somebody negative points by killing them too fast. That's funny.
Yeah. And then I want to give the 1 to the Shelter play. That should have won the game. In my mind, it won the game.
Who's the 2 points go to for
Ian
not
Bale.
killing Wiz early enough?
Oh, gee, it's you.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Like did his first big punch against Guitar Man. Kind of demonstrated, at least to me, because I was only roughly aware of how that effect worked and what the deck did, and then so I was like, "Oh, that's what it does." So, like in my brain, that was a demonstration. I was like, "Oh, that's where the threat lies with that commander." Okay, fine, cool. So I'll give 2 points for that, and the 1 point I will give to. Yeah, I kind of like the play that never was. I'll put 1 point for that.
I thought long and hard about it. I was like, man, we could just kill him. We could just knock him out right now.
Isn't it like -6 points for knocking someone out early?
No. But it is negative points. But then he also would have been dead, so I don't know. Maybe that's worth it.
I don't know.
It probably would have been. He wouldn't have stopped air entry
Oof.
and fucking.
Yeah, that would have warped the game.
I also had tins in my hand, and I was like, "Do I put this on Slicer? Am I crazy?" I should have done that, man. That would have been ridiculous. Now take us to chat. Hello, you got a chat vote?
Chat has voted for the hand-to-hand play.
Hand to hand.
Yeah, we'll get there.
I fucking love that card, man. So that'll go back to Wiz for the best theme.
Best theme. Going a slicer for sure. Slicey dicey.
He's
Very, very
slicing it
scary.
up.
Yeah, being
You don't
next
like
to you
going
and
before Slicer?
going before Slicer and then having Vo go after Slicer is like the worst
Oh yeah, I'm
possible
piling on
combination.
commander damage 100%.
Why is this the game that I roll a 20 for initiative? And then I'm gonna give the 1 point to RC for those acrobatics at the end of the game, just really trying to squeeze it out. That great when you sacrificed that grateful apparition, I was just like, oh, my mouth started watering. No flyer.
I'm gonna die.
It was a gamble. It
Yeah,
didn't
because
work out.
when you had the flying blocker, I couldn't flip my guy, so I couldn't untap. All right, those are my votes.
G-Man.
Wiz, what's your Vorthos? Being a flying dickhead?
Secrets and sabotage.
Yeah, what he said.
All right. I think I gotta give the 2 to Vo because he did collect a lot of intellect and, like Wiz said, hand to hand on top of it. Chef's kiss. The 1, little hard because Wiz's Vorthos did show. I feel like RC might have done a little bit better job, had a little bit more acrobatics going on with the. I might can squeeze this out and this. I'm gonna do it.
And that. Yeah, I'm gonna give 2 to RC. I think that I think it's probably the best the deck's performed, and then the combat tricks really had it at the end. Just a little misplay. And then we're gonna give 1 to Mr. Wizard. That conniving bitch.
Yep.
And if I ever have murder in my hand on turn 3, ooh, your commander's not making it that time. I was like, I don't know. We're all punching him with Slicer. That seems like a dick move to buff his commander too.
Ladies and gentlemen in the audience, that is why I used $6 of my budget for those boots.
Should have just blasted that thing. For sure.
As far as Vorthos is concerned, I'm going to give the 2 points to Wizard because there was some high level sabotage going on with several really clutch counterspells that kind of just like at the late stage of the game, especially when I could have potentially gained some momentum. Like he just both times put a wheel in the spokes and kind of kept the car from rolling. So 2 points to that. 1 point. Honorable mentions to the Wandering Mercenary because he wandered and mercenaried.
Go Slicer. Is there chat votes?
Chat is doing fan art of the flying dickhead.
Are they?
Perfect. Now take us to the final category of most valuable card, worth a 3 and 2.
Well, we've talked about this card several times. It's come up quite a bit. I think hand to hand easily takes the most valuable card this game. I was even thinking like it kind of hurt you, though, like having to sorcery speed that Lunar Frenzy was,
Yes,
not the
yeah.
dream, obviously.
Keeping that Gossamer Chains and any possible Aetherizes away from me is beautiful.
And then I think my secondary is gonna. This is weird. It's gonna go to Grateful Apparition. because it really fucked me up for like a while there.
A 1/1 flyer. What am I gonna do?
That made me think long and hard about my deck because I was like, damn, if just a 1/1 flyer really throws a wrench in this deck's game plan, then I need to put some new cards.
Yeah, I'm definitely thinking maybe I should go put 1 or 2 more flyers in.
Yeah, right. Jesus, that's what everyone's gonna do. Where's my Onaginata?
It's gonna be the counter spell that stopped air entry. Let's be honest.
Rewind. Yeah.
Yeah. That was a game changer. If no one else had an answer, I mean, it would have shut down RC. It's like I would have shut down all of y'all. I would have just racked up points. It would have been lovely.
So hand to hand then.
Yeah, yeah.
I just can't think of any other really good cards that got played.
Yeah, nope. It's hand to hand. I can't think of anything else.
Bo, just snatching those points that are floating in the air.
I mean, if you can't think of another card you think is the most valuable card, then I mean, I think we're gonna give 3 to Shelter, and then we're gonna give the 2 to Fire Shrieker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have to think.
It do be keeping those boots on my commander.
I don't have to think about this like at all. Those 3 points have to go to those boots because there are several moments in this game where I could have used my commander ability to just straight up delete Cyclonus off the board and it wouldn't be a problem, but I couldn't target the bastard because of those fucking boots. So
Yeah, $7 Lightning Grief staple. It's great.
Shut up.
And I will give the other 2 points to. It's not even a matter. It's like for me. It's not a thing of like a stubborn refusal to admit that the stupid I can't remember what it's called now. We've been talking about it on and off.
It impacted the game a lot for you. I mean, that makes it pretty.
It did, but it's more about trying to figure out. Like I'm trying to play through the rest of the match and find a different moment to highlight instead of just sort of going up and hitting on the same things over and over again.
That's what I was trying to do, but
all right, fine.
3 lands.
2 points. 2 points to Bo. Because that card did legitimately shut my deck off.
Chat. What you got, chat?
Chat has voted for the Greaves.
For everyone who thought the Greaves were really good, it was the Fire Shrieker that let me keep the Greaves on the whole game. Because if I didn't have Double Strike, when it becomes an artifact, it would drop the boots and be vulnerable for everybody's turn cycle.
That is gonna wrap it up. Wrap it up. With 14 points, last place is gonna go to G-Man. Coming up the rear. Third place with 24 points. It's gonna go to Aestus with 32 points. There's another tie for first.
My God.
Riz and I'll kill you.
Does that at least pull us ahead of the pack?
Let's find out. Tabulate.
These multiple way ties are wild. Now would be a great time to like and subscribe. If you got a second,
Great.
really helps us out.
All right. It does indeed pull us ahead of the pack. The new standings. We got Vo with 32.5 at first. We got Wiz with 32 at second.
Come on, we're both at 32.
No, 32.5. We got a tie for third still with 30 points between Craig and Daff. Then we got Aces at 5th with 25.5, followed up by G-Man with 24.5, Vinyl with 22.5, and coming up the rear, it's Kink with 22.
Well, at least I'm not in last.
Whoop-a-doo!
Like this video and subscribe to the PTW YouTube channel to see more content and find out when our new videos release.
Follow the PTW Twitch channel and subscribe for ad-free viewing.
Don't forget to follow that Facebook and that Twitter to keep up with all the good news.
Be sure to follow us on TikTok, and also don't forget to check out the new merch store. Best way to support the PTW crew and get cool shit at the same time. Thank you all for watching.
Use my milkman, man.